Hey guys, hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Kshitij, aka the Rustic Wanderer. In today's vlog, we are first going to the horse farm to volunteer at a fundraising event for Ukraine. And then when I come back, I'll be cooking outdoors since it's spring season. So let's get started. So if you guys have seen my previous vlog, you would know that I volunteer at a local horse farm and I also learn horse riding there. So given the outburst of the war in between Russia and Ukraine and the conflict going on, we decided to organize a fundraiser event locally with the help of the local Red Cross. And the idea is to have a little bit of horse riding show, do a pony ride for the kids with the wagon behind the horses, do a little bit of barbecue, and a few other activities. Everything is mostly free, but people are more than welcome to donate whatever they feel like is relevant. And all the donations would then go towards Ukraine. So I'm going to the farm to help out with the preparations. I'm not doing or participating in the event itself, but I'm there to support any way I can. And in the next few clips, you're going to see what the vibes are there. And it's the same farm where I've been volunteering all this time. So in case if you have missed out any of my previous vlogs, I link it in the I button above so you can take a look at what the farm looks like. And in the next few clips is just an overview of what activities we organized for fundraising for Ukraine. Yeah, so far so good. Waiting for the sunshine. All right, so I'm back from the farm, and as I mentioned in the opening of the vlog, it's a bit bright and sunny outside. The snow is starting to melt, the spring is starting to come. Although in Finland we have a joke that first you get the full spring, which means it starts to feel like it's getting warm, but then suddenly you have a snowstorm in your face and it goes back really cold again. So you need to kind of enjoy every bright and sunny day that you have, because you never know, it might be full spring. Anyways, jokes apart, so I decided to cook eggplant the Indian way. So there are several different ways of cooking eggplant. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take my barbecue stove, the wood stove with me that I used when I was camping in my hammock in my previous vlog. It's the same stove. We're going to light a wood fire in that small stove. We're going to BBQ these eggplants. And we're going to make this minced eggplant outside. And that it tastes really well, especially if it's like, BBQ'd. So in the previous times, I used to, since we don't have a gas flame in our houses in Finland, I used to use this aluminum foil wrapping and then, try to BBQ it in the oven. Although it did BBQ nicely, but then it doesn't have that nice aroma and flavor from, the smoking process. You could fake that by, adding some burnt coal, burnt wood inside the oven when you're roasting this inside the aluminum foil, or put that even inside the aluminum foil. There are even some wooden pellets that I found with smoked flavors that you could put for the same purposes, but I feel it's still not the same. So what we're going to do, we're going to collect the material from the house, go outside and start cooking. So here are the things we're going to need for cooking. Okay, so here is what we're going to need. As there is still a bit of snow outside, the fallen twigs are up to no good. So I bought a pack of pre-chopped woods, and I think the size is enough for my wooden stove. So of course there's too much wood here, so we're gonna take a small portion of this. We're gonna need eggplants, the ones that we're gonna barbecue. We're gonna need the pink onions because that adds a nice flavor. Tomato, I wish there were sour tomatoes here, but there weren't. So these are the regular local Finnish tomatoes. The more the merrier. So I'm gonna put like about 4 or 5 of them. Then you need the regular spices and cooking oil. And in terms of the cooking process, here is what I'm going to bring with me outside. So this is the camping stove that I used while camping on the Hailuoto Island. So I'm going to bring this and use the wood to start a fire inside. This is a new camping mug that I got that you could put on the flame and, make some tea or coffee. So I'm going to bring some tea bags with me and make tea first. So that I could enjoy that while the eggplant is roasting. And this is a non-stick pan that I can use for cooking. So let's do a little bit of preparation inside the house before we go outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a sort of spice mix and chop everything that needs to be diced inside the house. So I don't have to bring my too many utensils outside, especially the knife. So the idea would be, to pre-chop everything, to put them in boxes, bring them with me downstairs, throw them in the pot and start cooking once the eggplant is roasted. So let's start chopping things up and, pre-packaging things to bring outside with us. Okay, so mostly done with the chopping. Now, you also saw that I put some slits in the eggplant. The idea for that is if you have garlic cloves, you could also put pieces of garlic in those slits, and it's supposed to, cancel out the fattening properties of this eggplant. But I'm going to put in ginger garlic paste later on, so I'm not going to do that. But these slits also will help it cook inside out when you're barbecuing it. So the eggplant is ready. The onions are chopped. The tomatoes are nice and diced. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the onion directly in the cooking dish and tomatoes in a separate box because they go towards the very end. And then at the same time, I'm going to prepare the spice mix and also prep for the tea that I want to make. So first, let's put the onions in the cooking dish and add cumin and mustard seeds with some oil so that it's already ready to go on the flame. Okay, next we're going to add cumin and mustard seeds. Next, we have to put in some cooking oil. Either you could use sunflower oil, vegetable oil, mustard oil. So today I'm going to use mustard oil because this minced eggplant tastes really good with mustard oil. Then we're going to move the tomato in a separate box so that we put them at the very end. Then here's the camping cup that I got with nice insulated handles. And this is the masala tea bag that I got. They said because it's circular, so it tastes even better and it allows the tea to infuse properly. So we're going to put in the tea bag here and pre-fill it with water already. And then goes on the lid. So when we get down, we directly put this on the flame as the first thing that's ready to go. Also, here I already extracted about 10 to 12 mini logs of wood. So that's ready to go. And we're going to use the fire starter to set the fire and get it going. Okay, and now it's about preparing the spice mix, which is the standard spices: salt, turmeric powder, red chili powder, You can even skip turmeric powder depending on how you like the texture for it. I really like it, so I'm going to put it. Some red chili. You could use dried red chili or red chili powder, coriander powder, chaat masala if you want to, a bit of ginger garlic paste, and then dash of lemon juice if you have it. So let's prepare the spice mix and pack everything in a bag so that we could start bringing it downstairs, and then we go outside to start cooking. Okay, so here is what all I'm going to pack in my bag. A banana for snacking with the masala tea, the wood with a little bit of tissue paper that I can use as a tinder for fire starter, towel, hand towel, tomatoes. Ignore that it's a box of gelato, but I'm just recycling it. The wood stove, our onion, cumin, mustard, oil base and the pot in which we're cooking, water with masala tea bag inside the camping mug, a bottle of water for drinking, eggplants, very necessary, tripod to help me with the cooking, some tissues, a spork for moving the things around and stirring, masala mix, fire starter, and I'm just going to take lemon juice as well for adding on the top, and then we're ready to go. So I'll see you outside. This is the same venue where I used to keep my hammock back when I was learning the rollerblading or inline skating. It's the same avenue. It just has crazy amount of snow around, so there is not much to skate at the moment, and there is a road next by, but with this new road mic I'm hoping you're able to hear me clearly. So it's between these two trees is where I used to put up my hammock and enjoy the sunshine. Anyways, I've pulled out all my stuff, and this seems like a good patch, which is also secure because there is snow all around, so the fire would not spread. And I'm gonna set up my stove there, get the fire going, and start making the tea first, and then get to cooking the eggplant. Okay, so we got the fire going. Now we just wait for it to be nice and hot, and then we start preparing our masala tea first. Okay, so our masala chai is now ready, nice and boiling water. So I'm gonna remove this and make use of the snow around to cool it down so that I can drink it and stir it a little bit. And then I'm gonna replace this with the eggplant so that it can start roasting. And that's the benefit of having insulated grips. So while that cools and the fire is nice and hot, I'm going to take one eggplant at a time and let it roast from all sides. That's it, nice and easy. Look at the eggplant cook so nicely, and the masala tea chilling in the snow. So if you remember in my previous vlog, I used to have this DIY stove that I made out of tin cans. That wasn't the best idea because the tin can started melting as it got really hot. So then I invested in this titanium wood stove. And also last time, because I was using fallen twigs, so I used to keep on refilling all the time, and I didn't get much time to, relax and enjoy anything. So that's why I got these thicker chunks of wood. I think it's the same palm tree that you see here, is just pre-cut and pre-diced for you to start using it. So now it's a bit more relaxed. I've put some fuel in the fire, Every, let's say, 20 minutes or so, I add like one small log again to keep the fire going. The eggplant is roasting really nicely. The tea is already ready, waiting for the cup to cool down a little bit. And I'll stir it a little bit and then, start enjoying the masala tea. And then we start making the eggplant once both the eggplants are roasted. So in Hindi, we call it baigan bharta, where baigan actually means the eggplant and bharta is the way of cooking. So first you roast it on the fire and then, you mince it. So back at home, we used to do it on a gas stove. We used to give it the same flavor, that the burnt eggplant tastes really good. Otherwise, you could also roast it, BBQ it on coal fire or wood fire. So this time I'm trying it out on a wood fire to try and see how it tastes like. So while that is being prepared, let's enjoy some masala chai. So one of the eggplants is nearly done while the tea is also ready. So I'm enjoying it. Already done eating the banana. And I'm loving the smoke. It's going to give it a really nice flavor and aroma. Then we do the same with the other eggplant. And then it's the fun time to start cooking it. Stay tuned and keep watching. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe and like this video so that you don't forget it towards the end. So we have peeled and put the eggplants in. Now we throw the tomatoes in. Then we mix and cook everything and then throw in the spice mix. And it's that simple. Alright, so the sun is mostly going down and it's starting to get a little bit chilly, but the baigan bharta or the mashed eggplant is almost ready. So I am not having to do much now. I'm done drinking the tea also. So what's happening is I'm gonna let the fire die down and let the water evaporate because it's supposed to be a little bit dry. So I'm gonna show you how it looks like in the final form, and then we're gonna let the fire die down, let the stove cool, and then we go back to the house because the evenings are still quite chilly, sub-zero temperatures. So wait around for the final form to see how it looks like. And the best way to enjoy this once you're done cooking is to make sure that all the water has evaporated, so it's like mostly dry, and then you can pair it with a carb of your choice. Could be mashed potatoes, which would be a very odd combination. We don't do it, but the best way to do it is, for instance, with roti, with bread, with rice, jeera rice, etc. Or if you have dal in the house, then you can have it with lentils, cooked lentils. Pair this with lentils and it tastes really amazing with the roti or rice, whatever you have available with you. Do give it a try and comment down below to let me know how it turns out, especially if you do it BBQ way, the way I explained earlier on in the vlog. Hope you like it. And since we have plenty of snow around, what I did was I buried my stove in snow to make it cool down quicker so I can go back home before it gets really cold. I did the same with the pan that I used for cooking. So it's almost ready to be packed in. So this was it, guys. Outdoor vlog a little bit. We cooked, we went to the farm to volunteer a little bit for a good cause. So I hope you liked the video, the vlog. Be sure to like, share and subscribe. And as you can see, I put on another layer because it's getting really chilly, even though there is still sun, but it's getting lower and lower by the minute. So it's getting colder and colder. So I'll quickly rush back inside. The cool thing is, because it's starting to get a little bit warm, I was just doing this as a practice run just below my house, close to where I live, so I could just walk back like a couple of steps and I'll be home. So with that, I'll be closing the vlog and I'll see you next time. Take care and have a nice day. Bye.